gridiron. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Mitchell Trubisky's Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On second down, Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
In order to be a great player, you have to be consistent. And Antonio Brown is definitely that. 4 straight seasons with 100 or more catches.
How many more years do you think he can put up that type of production?
I think at least another 4 in a row because their offense is built to get him the football, whether it's outside, inside, and he's a featured guy, and I think that he really, really wants to continue at this pace.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Roethlisberger being chased out left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Again, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. A game that's going on up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Again, it's Howard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. James Harrison coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
And he finds McDonald. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Coleman, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Joe Hayden with it. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Trubisky. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think this was a good signing by the Chicago Bears, picking up Marcus Wheaton from Pittsburgh. They had to do something to try and lessen the loss of Alshon Jeffrey.
Injuries last year holding him to just 3 games, 4 catches, but the 2 years prior to that, he combined for 97 grabs. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. James Harrison in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Trubisky to throw. He lets one go deep for Wheaton. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken at the 46. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Watch left. Keep these two. Watch 20. Hey, slow down. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots have moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Pernell McPhee in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Here's Trubisky. And over the middle here, Amaro. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, cut his way. Watch that in. Now let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Push him back.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Pernell McPhee getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the counter, here's Bell. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. But pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the fourth quarter, the Patriots have added on as they extend their lead a bit further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. On third down, here's Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 5-yard pickup. It spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Jack 16. Hey. Four down. Set. White 80. Key 26.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now.
Now it's Trubisky. Wheaton with a catch right side. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie from Utah, Brian Allen, who's got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number